Hi everyone, hope you're doing amazing today. We're doing really well, thank you. My name is Carolina Fonseca Jimenez. I focus on doing children's books that promote love, unity, and peace. And as you know, we also interpret dreams. The reason we interpret them is because when we do, we are connecting with our subconscious, and when we share them, we connect with one another on a more profound level. So guys, this week you guys have been sending in your dreams, and it's been great interpreting them with you. Some of the main dreams we've been getting, though, are about nightmares, okay? Many of you are having nightmares this week, and I want to go ahead and talk about that because what happens is whenever we have a nightmare, a fearful dream, we wake up with fearful energy, and a lot of the time we interpret it with that same fearful energy, okay? Now guys, before we interpret any kind of nightmare or any kind of dream, we want to move to neutral, okay? The reason that we want to do that is because if we wake up with fearful energy and we look at this scenario of fear and then interpret it with that same energy, all we're doing is kind of adding fuel to the fire, right? We're just making ourselves more scared, more fearful, and more anxious, all right? And then the question that is underlying these nightmares is this a fear that's coming from my subconscious? Is this a fear that I've carried around for years? Or is this an alert from the universe? Is this an alert trying to tell me to do something different, to change something, right? But guys, if we're fearful and we're interpreting it with just fear, we're not going to be able to see that. We're only going to be able to see the fear in it, and we're only going to be able to react, right? It's going to be like that whole fight or flight, right? It's going to be fight or flight, and we're not going to get the real meaning behind it, okay? That's why I always tell you that it's so important that whatever dream you're having, you want to move away from this kind of anxious, fearful energy. Move yourself to neutral, okay? The best way that I found to move to neutral is simply to breathe, right? After I wake up from a scary dream, I am fearful. I'm like, OMG, I'm kind of like shaken up. So I want to make sure to just breathe through it, just breathe, and just kind of take into account the things that are around me. Okay, I'm in my bed. I'm safe at this moment. Nothing is going on, okay? This is simply my subconscious trying to give me a warning, trying to tell me this is what's going on at your subconscious level, right? So I try to breathe through it and remember that, okay? Once I can get myself to a neutral state, then at that point I can look at the dream again, okay? And when I look at the dream, I start noticing details. For example, once I am able to kind of peel that fearful layer off, I'm able to see what is really going on in the dream. Who are the characters inside of this nightmare, okay? What are the actions that are being taken, okay? Who is trying to hurt who? Is it physical? Is it emotional? Is it, what is it, right? Because when you get to the bottom, when you can see what is really going on in your dream, that's when you can really find the true meaning in it. Of course, the fearful energy is going to guide you in the way that, you're trying to pay attention to this particular scenario. Maybe in your waking life, you've been avoiding a situation, you've been avoiding something that your subconscious knows is going on in your waking life, but you just don't want to really accept it as true, okay? If you don't want to accept something as true, it's going to show up in a really kind of dramatic way in your dream state. Okay, and a lot of the time it'll be in a form of a nightmare, okay? And yes, those can be freaky, those can be scary, those can really kind of shake us up and wake us up even for that whole day, for the whole week, right? It can really affect us profoundly. So it's very important to move ourselves to neutral. When you're in this neutral state at this point, then you can look at the dream and really pay attention to who is in it, what is going on, right? Now, the way to know if this is something from your subconscious or if this is an alert that something is going to happen is going to be within you, okay? It's going to be the feelings that are going through you during the dream state. The only way you're going to be able to connect with these feelings is if you're able to peel the fearful layer off, okay? What happens is whenever we're in a nightmare, the fearful energy kind of takes over, okay? When that happens, if you allow the fearful energy to continue to grow, you miss important details. You miss the little smaller emotions within that help guide you through the interpretation of your dream, through whatever your subconscious is trying to tell you, okay? Any dream that you have, you are going to know if it's a past dream, present dream, future dream. You're going to know if it's in one of these magical dimensions. You're going to know that, okay? But the only way you're going to know that is if you're connected enough to your emotions, okay, to be able to peel off the fearful layer, okay? Because fear simply is just when we don't understand something. When we don't understand something, when we don't know what something is, we tend to have fear of it, right? We're fearful of the unknown, all right? But it's only because of that. It's only because we don't know what is really going on. So if we're able to go underneath that and simply feel what is really going on at the root of it, you're going to be able to know if this is something that is a fear that has been accumulating in your subconscious, or if this is an alert from the universe. And guys, remember, we had another video before where we talked about this. Whenever you have a dream that's alerting you of something that's going to happen, you are going to feel it. You are not going to second guess yourself. You're going to really feel it, okay? And when you feel that, connect with that and know that it's because there's something you're supposed to do in this situation, okay? If you have a dream that something is going to happen within your family circle, all that you are to do is simply know that you're going to be a key person in this situation, okay? You're going to be the support system for this situation. Now, like we talked about in one of our other videos, I've had plenty of dreams where like when you feel something is going to happen, right? And what I used to do when I was younger is I used to tell the people that were in the dream, oh my gosh, I had this dream and this is what happened to you and this is what you were doing and I really think it means this, okay? And that ended up just kind of freaking people out, and it wasn't helpful. It wasn't helpful to me and it wasn't helpful to them, okay? So what I learned to do over the years of journaling my dreams is that whenever I have a dream, okay, whenever we have dreams of other people and it's kind of a future dream letting us know, hey, this is something that can happen to this person or this situation, it's simply an alert for us, okay? It's an alert for us, letting us know that we're going to be a key person in that situation. We are going to be a little bit of a guide. We're going to support this person during the emotional trials that are coming for them, okay? So it's not for us to share the fearful energy. It's simply for us to know that we need to be in a calm, loving state so that way we are ready to help and ready to support in the best way possible, okay? So for all of those people that are having nightmares, especially those that have sent in your dreams to me and we've interpreted them in detail, but for you, if you're having a nightmare, remember, it's simply a message, right? It's a message from your subconscious trying to let you know, hey, this is what's going on, right? This is what's been going on for a while now. You haven't paid attention to it. So guess what? I'm going to show up in your dream state and I'm going to really freak you out so you pay attention to it, okay? That's all that it is. So whenever you wake up from a nightmare, take a breather, relax, move yourself to neutral energy. Once you're in neutral, start peeling back that fearful layer and get to the bottom. Get to the bottom of what is really going on within you. And remember, guys, these kind of practices, they're not just so that you can understand your dream state and be like, oh, this is great, I know what this dream is telling me, but it's for us to take action. It's for us to take action in our waking life, okay? But in order to do that, we have to make sure that we understand the dream for what it truly is, okay? And we can only do that out of neutral energy and loving energy, all right? Once we know what the dream is truly trying to tell us, then we can act. Okay, we can act in a loving way. We can be a supportive role for whoever needs our help and our services, right? But guys, I know that whenever you have nightmares, you know, they're not fun, right? They're not fun. But again, remember that it's important to still listen to them, okay? Because if we don't listen to them, it's going to be years and years of the same kind of thing, okay? It's going to keep building in your subconscious. It's going to keep building in your life. And then you're going to get to a point where you're like, you know what? I don't know what to do. I've got all of these problems. It starts to become this huge problem and you can't pinpoint what it is exactly. But if you listen to those nightmares, if you listen to those dreams that are coming to you at night, you're going to find out exactly what is going on at that subconscious level, okay? You're the only one that really understands what's going on with you. But our dream world can simply be a mirror, right? It's a form of reflection. It's a form of reflection of what's going on within us. And also remember, if it's a warning dream, if it's a dream letting you know, hey, this is what's going to happen to this person or to you or whatever, remember, our role is to be loving, supportive people, okay? It's not for us to spread more fear. It's for us to spread more love, more peaceful energy so that we can help them through it. Okay, guys? So if you have a nightmare this week, don't worry about it. It's simply a message from the universe trying to prepare you for something and trying to get you to look at something that you've been avoiding for quite some time. All right, guys? So I send you loving energy this week. We will continue to interpret our dreams. And you know what? If you're trying to, this will be the last thing that I say, if you're trying to have more peaceful dreams, right? If you're having too many nightmares and you're not able to get away from them, try to meditate, right? Try to meditate a little bit, get yourself to that peaceful energy and allow the universe to help you, right? Because the universe is here to help you. There's so much loving energy out there that if we could just, you know, close our eyes, stay silent for just a little bit, we can allow that loving energy to help us, okay? And then that energy can help other people around us. So I send you a big hug. I send you love, unity, and peace. We will be in contact, guys, okay? Bye. Sweet dreams.